Yeah, we're back. Well, that was the trip. Went out, went to the store, and now we're back. And uh, I'm reminded about a lot of things. So much pain. It's constant. The thing is, you keep your face the same no matter how much pain you're in all day. People don't they will never realize whether the pain is emotional or physical or whatever. Just keep your shit to yourself. Nobody cares. Don't talk about your pain. Don't talk about your bullshit. Just live your life and be cool to others. Nobody gives a shit about how much you as a man are hurting or whatever. Nobody fucking cares. Not now, not ever. They never have, they never will. Cain killed his brother. Everybody killed Jesus. Whatever. You pick one. Dude's pain don't matter to the world. All that matters is what you can provide. And right now, I need to provide me some rest before tonight because we're going to be a duck tonight. Wednesday night, lucky duck, and try out some new stuff. I actually have to work on my thing until then. But before we go, we got to go to El Garaje and get blitzed. So let's go. El Gar, I am 12 to 12. No, I'm not. I'm literally 5 foot 0 inches tall. That's why I like cameras because you can make it like this. It's like you. Mm-mm. Jam. It's so dark. Oh no. Hey guys, look what came home with me. Yo, yo, yo. Yo. Look at that. The mop came home. If you followed me earlier today, you know the deal. We mopping tonight. The mop came home today. That's what's up, yo. Appreciate it. But before we get to mopping stuff, by the way, if you can hear me, say chimp in the damn, say monkey in the in the chat. If you can hear me, because I got to test these BX30s to make sure they work. In the meantime, in between time, as Snoop said, you just got to do what you do. Appreciate it, Miss Clark. I got you. Thank you, thank you. Champ is in. I am doing amazing. Life has been it's switch. It's been pretty cool. It's been pretty cool. The last it was a challenging for about 3 years, but 5 years in, comedy's going. Thank you, Tammy. Thanks for the like and subscribe. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Today has been great. I went to H Mart in Austin, my first time in an Asian supermarket here, and I've lived here for 5 years. You said Pothead Chimp is Dimebag Selly in another universe. As in Dimebag Daryl? Yes, sir. You know, I was the dare kid growing up, all my life, say no to drugs, up with hope, down with dope. I was that kid. Then I got high and I went, you lying sexist. I got high and balanced my budget for the first time. A checkbook. That tells you how old I am. A fucking checkbook. And 5 years after that, I'm retired again because I smoked weed. And that's bad for you? No. That's DBC 88. Oh, you said more like the rap Bob Marley. Everybody love Bob Marley. Everywhere I go, it's the same old story. I grew up on Bob and came to the States, and same thing, man. I thought it was going to change. It's the same. Everybody here loves Bob. What's up, Caleb? Yo, let me know where you guys are from. I'm over in Austin, Texas, and just taking a break after it was a cool long day of doing pretty much whatever we want. They got my Chicago, these nuts in Chi-Town. Yo, if you're in Chicago, eh, those area, Philly, go check out go check out the homie man, Naeem Ali. He's a fucking amazing comic out of Philly. My day is going amazing. My day is amazing, Mr. Caleb. I went to an Asian store, being the Asian myself. It was beautiful. I can't believe I've been there. G Man out of Australia. Shout out to you guys. Boy, I can't wait to come there. People talk a lot of shit about how your reporters are pretty soft. I have family in Australia and they're fucking bad motherfuckers, man. So it's hard for me to think that anybody, but then again, that's the thing. Everything you look at, everything you perceive, perception takes time. In other words, light has to bounce off this and then come to my eye to register that it's red, right? In order for a thing to travel, time passes. So you hearing me and you seeing me is literally near real time. It's not real time. It's already in the past. Now imagine what the news is. TX Carnage 817 Saturday is National Side Chick Day. Dude, I gotta get me a side chick then. If shit, if Saturday's not, man. Today's Wednesday, so Mr. Monopoly, not today, Isis. Not today. Uh, oh, my glasses. Oh, thank you. They cost me all of $4 at Walmart or the Hebe. I'm sorry, HEB here in Texas. Mm, Man, Austin, brother, come by if you're ever in Austin, man. Come by. Where are you at? Are you in Austin? Are you in Torta County? Oh no, no, no. I agree with you. I'm originally from Ding Dong, Texas. So believe it or not, I moved here for comedy and I live outside the city. Nah, I don't know, man. Are you Fort Worth or are you Dallas, man? Pick one, man. Why is it always? I do like Dallas. Dallas is I like flying out of Dallas Love Field because It got a really cool hangar that I like to go to. Yeah, it's every time I come to Dallas, like everybody goes like, "Where you going?" Dallas, Fort Worth. Unless you're a comic, it's always just Dallas, because Dallas is actually my boy's doing a show over there in Dallas. Let's see, what's Mike doing? Yeah, just go follow Mike Eaton, man. I'm pretty sure homie has a show over there. Go check that out. Yeah, yeah. That's Brian Holtzman with weed on the inside. Yeah, I get it. Hey man, you got to forgive me. I know I've been Texan for about 25 years, but I've only been American for the same amount of time. Actually, I take that back. I've only been Texan for 5 years technically. Um, Let me tell you something. In 2018, the 2018 Farm Bill was passed, and I like the arrogance of humans to think a plant is going to follow a piece of paper. 100% Texas grown. And we're going to the farm. We're going to the farm later, probably next week or the week after that, and I will show you guys the farm where all the weed is. I'm sorry, according to the 2018 Farm Bill, I'll show you the farm in Texas where all the Texas hemp is. This is true. And if that's the case, I'm only Texan because my son is, and since he's not here no more, I'm back to being an Asian. I'm 100% Asian. I just happen to pay Texas taxes in Texas. I don't love America. I love freedom. Texas impedes on the least of mine. If you catch that, you catch that. If you don't, probably not Texas. Anyway, I am here smoking, rolling Texas hemp. Why? It's the greatest place to be. You get to be here. I'm not in America. I'm in Texas. Texas ain't America, baby. That's why I'm here. And I paid for my citizenship fair and square. I just, did a little stint in the Middle East, on behalf of Texas, so they could say, all right, you paid your price. And then I came back and said, great, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to pay taxes here, everything. So I stayed. Yes, sir. It's That's what I'm trying to say. I don't love America. I love freedom. Texas impedes on the least of mine. Does that make sense? We're a constitutional republic, and Texas happens to, you know, believe in that. The rest of the America thinks it's a democracy. No, it's not. It's a constitutional republic. On the flip side, it's it's, it's just beautiful, man. I don't know what else to say. Weed is like guns. There's no such thing as illegal if you have the proper paperwork. And if you didn't know, in 2018, the 2018 Farm Bill that was passed legalized the cultivation and use of hemp in America. And if you can find me a scientist or researcher that can separate hemp from marijuana and marijuana from hemp, yep. But until then, I'm gonna keep smoking this Texas hemp and hope everybody's driving home safe on the road here in Texas. Ah, I love my addiction. My addiction makes me money, frees me. I don't have to work a day in my life. All I have to do is talk to my friends and do this and write. Me getting high made me good at math or made me realize that I can do math. I was, you know what I mean? I was on about 10, 15 different medications when I left my last job. And at 40 years old, about 5, 6, almost 7 years ago, I got high for the first time. And that was the last time I took any medication outside of this. And I know when I'm on streaming, I'm usually always smoking. But again, there's one part of my life, and that's the part of my life I want to share with you guys. Because the regular people on this side, they understand. Hell, I what do you expect, man? I was 40 when I started this, man. I am a lightweight. And I get to be a lightweight. I get to enjoy it. If you're not a lightweight, when's the last time you really got high? Oh, by the way, I'm just passionate. And me, especially when I'm kind of saying something that sounds preachy, I'm just yelling to my younger self. I get mad at that. this this is a plant. This ain't drugs. Saying smoking weed is a drug. Well, technically, hell, even eating is a drug. Taking a dump is a drug. Busting a nut is a drug. Why? Because it completes a dopamine reward cycle. If all we needed to do was eat to live and not enjoy it, there wouldn't be any recipes. It'd just be sustenance with no taste. Neither do I. And there's no such thing as illegal drugs if you have the right paperwork. Just like guns. This, I bought this from a Texas store that delivered it here with a business license. Well, it's a good thing we don't live under federal law in Texas. It's a constitutional republic. Each state is its own republic in America. So we live under Texas law, and according to Texas law, used to be 2 ounces. Now they need 4 ounces just to fuck with you. Again, I'm not a lawyer. Go find your own lawyer. I'm just going with what's happened to me and what I've done. Nope. You you know what? Nope. because I have the receipt for everything. They arrest me, they gotta go to all the stores. No, they won't. Again, I have a receipt from the weed store down the street. I'm not explaining it. I'm just saying this is what I did, and it's legal here, at least in this county. That's the kicker too. Harris, or what do you call it? I forgot that one county north is rough. Welcome to Texas, baby. If you pay your taxes, they leave you alone. Now, about 10 years ago, I I worked with a really cool dude, older gentleman, we used to I used to how what we say contract with, like, we would sell firearms to agencies, police departments, military, whatever. It it was crazy to see that because, again, to see things that everybody tells you is illegal, but we actively have them and test firearms and sell them. Nothing in our minds, like me and the whole group that we were in, we didn't even think about the legal status of everything that we had because that was our life. We dealt in firearms. And now that I am an entertainer and I can't really do stuff illegal, I just this is what I'm doing. Excuse me. I can't do anything illegal because if I do something, yeah. Oh, bro, I caught up. I'm texting to the point I don't pay. I don't. I love Texas, man. They're really good to me. Texas has been good to me, tax wise, business wise, everything. That's why I'm here. It's the greatest, man. Guns, weed, freedom, land. It's almost like it was designed for guns and weed. Come to Texas where you can get a bunch of land, a bunch of guns, and plant a bunch of weed and protect it accordingly. I'm sorry, plant a bunch of Texas hemp according to 2018 Farm Bill, federal Farm Bill. And yes, cops have come around. Yes, they know where the farms are. They have to. It pays rent. It pays taxes to the county, to the city, federally as a business. Hey, again, but I'm high. Don't listen to me. You know what I mean? But if you ever just want to come out, hang out, come down to Austin, come to Creek and Cave, come to the patio and blaze one up with the homies. South by Southwest is coming up, so hey, get your tickets. Come through. We'll be around. Who, me? I'm judging? Oh, I was just saying, man. I fucking love Texas, man. What is up with everybody fucking attacking me right now? I'm actually bragging about how awesome it is to live in Texas, and people are saying catch up. Oh yeah. I don't know what the deal is with that TX dude. I'm just trying to hang out, man. Fucking tell me how your life is going. How amazing is your life? My life's pretty fucking good. Started off rough the first 40 years, but now, bro, turns out all you have to do is be decent to everyone. I made these really crazy rules that everybody's heard this. If it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. That's how I make decisions. If it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. And what makes it a hell yes is does it benefit everyone involved? And if it does, then it's a hell yes, and I'll do it. And I'm pushing half a century years old, and comedy is the only thing I've ever been involved in where when we show up, it's beneficial to everybody, from the capitalist to the communist. I have friends that do comedy in China and everywhere around the world. One of my homies just got back from Africa. So what's up? I'm a grandpa. I got a little one. Man. I miss her. She's she's going to be seven this year, and that's I can't wait to see him again. The last couple years I've been running ragged, just making sure that I'm in a position to enjoy my life. But if anybody ever needs anything in that ask, I'm in a position to be able to help in one way, shape, or form, whether it's my time, a little cash here, or whatever. But that's all I want to build, man. And I want to make sure that people have, when they're around me, they're free to figure out what they want to do to make the mistakes and not have to worry about it. And look at you. I bet you have a fulfilled life, man. You have a fulfilled life. Four grandsons, bet they spoiled. Yeah, that's it's crazy just to think that I'm a grandfather right now. I remember all the memories of my grandma when I was growing up, my grandpa. Dang, it's so thank you so much, man. I do my best. I wasn't for a long time. For 40 years, I was not a good guy. I was all the mistakes, the usual dumbassery, you know, drink too much. I don't drink alcohol anymore, and my life changed. I started smoking weed, and my life got amazing, you know. And it doesn't matter what time, you know. And one of the things that I think is Carl Jung. So a man's life starts at 40. A man's life starts at 40. And in the beginning, I was hearing that I was like, man, whatever. Because when I was young, I grew up in the 80s. 40 was you're almost dead. I was like, what? 40? That's what? I just couldn't think about it. It just didn't come across like, oh, somebody's 60 years old. They're really old. Which is really weird because at the same time, my great grandma was alive at the time, and she was 100 and she died at 116, 118. But in my mind, like, oh man, 650 so old. And then now I'm almost there, and I play video games, play guitar, stream. I mean, life is different. It's changed. This is we used to read and sit down and read Encyclopedia Britannicas, which is that was me. Like I was always asking questions growing up, so they got me encyclopedias because this is before the internet, old. So I started reading all this stuff, but because I was reading all this stuff, not my uncles and my aunts and other people, and next thing you know, I'm regurgitating the information, going like, "Did you know?" Little kid, "Did you know?" And hey, shut up, Mister Know It All. I'm like, first I ask and I don't know, then you guys get me the information, so now I know, and then when I tell you, you tell me to shut up, Mister Know It All. Then why did you make sure I knew all this stuff? And of course they go, because you wanted to know it. We didn't want to know it. You wanted to know it. So now that you know it, now what? That's the question. You know it. And it wasn't until all this shit, you know, ma'am, I learned how to program and trade on the stock market and read financial statement and write business plans on YouTube University in the last 5 years. Information and education is free. Validation of an institution, that costs a couple $100,000. But like for example, the Harvard CS50, Computer Science 50 course is all on YouTube. Free. You can take the whole thing, pass the test. You get to know how to build a router on a stick, MAC addresses, everything, IP, build your own network, build your own network at home. I this network that I'm on is in my house, but it's not in my house. Like if you trace it, you're not going to find my house. It's and I learned that on the internet. And then I was so stressed because I was like, I can take this test and actually have a Harvard or um, CCNA certification and all this stuff. And then I thought to myself, wait, why? So I can get that and then go peddle it to someone for a job. Slavery didn't go away. They replaced the chains of slavery with dollar signs. And now people advocate for bigger chains. Yeah, that validation is saying, hey, I'm a good slave. Give me the biggest one that you can give me. Nowadays, they call it the golden handcuffs. It's not nowadays, it's an old saying. Beautiful. You get whatever you want, all the money, all the stuff. Yeah, but if you say something against whoever, all of it goes away. So I decided, what if I build something outside of that system? So I did. You Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's really simple. Take that, start at the bottom. Physiological needs. Fulfill that until it's automated, until that physiological needs is done every day. Your food, shelter, air, everything you need. Nowadays, basically, if all your bills are paid to make sure that if nothing, you're good, you can live. Once you get to that point, and then you start feeling this weird feeling of depression and all that stuff, it's because all those needs are fulfilled, and now you need a purpose. And people go like, "Hey, I have suicidal thoughts and all that stuff." It's because you don't have a purpose, and you need to find one. And if you don't find one, it might be the right decision because you're either gonna die now or die in the long run with bad decisions. But you have, please, I fucked this up when I was 40 when I realized you can't be a dick to everyone. Every interaction in your life, from the time you wake up, walk out the door to the time you go to sleep, is optional. and everything that you experience that you don't like in this environment, is already done. There's nothing you can do to change an effect once the effect is already done. But what you can do, as always, is just keep creating causes for so long that no matter how things come, this is a sealed environment. We are in a sealed environment. Whatever goes out, it has to be filled. It's not, and here's the kicker, it has to be filled with the same thing. So if what goes out from you is good or bad, whatever comes into you has to be the same thing. So just create causes that you know the secondary and tertiary effects. And here's the thing, don't expect anything back from it. 100%, man. I wish, as corny and cliche as all this shit is, as much as I want to say it is, like, it's like when I was trying, like when I was just focusing on making money, and every person I talked to that had money and that was successful in financially, they would go, "Yo, it's the mindset," and I would get so fucking frustrated. I was like, "Fuck your mindset. Give me step one, two, three to get to that point financially. Fast forward, and I'm not broke. I don't have to work a day in my life. And let me tell you something. It's all fucking mindset." And the question I ask myself is, if I woke up tomorrow and let's say 10 million disposable is in your account, checking account, swipe your credit card, 10 million, and you've already take care of mom, kids, all the charities. You're taking care of what you want to take care of. But now you wake up. It's Wednesday morning, 2025, and you still have $10 million in your account. And you've taken care of all the crap that you thought you would make you happy. Now you wake up. What do you do that day and every day? That's the question that I learned. Once I answered it, inshallah, God willing, everything was just, eh, I just accepted like everything that happened to me, good, bad, indifferent, especially the bad. I would just take responsibility for it. Even if it would, I would just, because if I take the blame, because where the blame goes, the responsibility to do something about it goes too. So I blame myself. I blame myself for especially every horrible thing that happened in my life. And once I realized and got over myself, got over the ego of like, oh, feeling sorry for myself. Once I got over that, like, since I'm to blame, what the fuck did I do? And what's the opposite of that? So I just took the last 20 years and repeated the process since all the drinking and all the shit that I didn't like. Turns out you can retire in a lot less time if you don't deal with people that are not conducive to your peace of mind. And it's just crazy as it is, I am in the position to, to like really wish everyone gets all the money that they think they need so they can realize that their happiness still depends on them, not the money or anything outside of them. This has been amazing. Thank you guys so much. Ms. Miller, Mickey Miller, thank you. You're an inspiration. You trigger something in me that made me want to say that. And I'm not saying this, I'm not preaching to anyone, man. I really wish you guys don't take this the wrong way. I just don't need these things anymore. I don't need them. I got less than 4,000 days left on Earth. I don't need these. I don't need these lessons. I'm just frustrated at my 25-year-old self. So hopefully somebody's going through this and going like, holy shit, I'm chasing ass and what the fuck? I don't even know how I'm going to pay rent next month, but I'm chasing ass right now. What do you have to offer other than a dirty room, a crusty sock, and loser DNA? Clean your fucking room, man. Pay your rent. Automate that shit. That way, when you start trying to mess with a person, another human being, especially if you're a man and you're dating, they inherit peace of mind from you instead of debt. No one's coming to save you. It's your job. That's why you're here. I love you. Peace.